At this point, I just want to mention a few things to keep in mind about subject headings. Number one, the first subject heading in a record is what a book or other item is mostly about. So for example, this book has the subject headings storytelling and translating and interpreting. But storytelling comes first, so this means that the book is mostly about storytelling. The first subject heading in a record is also what the classification number is based off of. Another thing to remember about subject headings is that they're only used for topics that have a significant presence in the book. Kind of a good rule of thumb is that 20% of the item should be about this topic in order for it to get a subject heading. Another thing to remember is that the title of a book is not always a very good indicator of what the book is about. For example, there's a book called Let's Rejoin the Human Race. It's really hard to tell what this is about, and in fact, it's about retirement. So remember, when you're assigning subject headings, do not simply just look at the title of the book, but also look at the table of contents, the index, descriptions on the back, and the content of the book itself. The number of subject headings on a record can vary. You can just have one. In this case, Library Architecture, United States, seems to sum up the topic of the book pretty well. You can also have many more. There used to kind of be a rule of thumb that 6 was the maximum, but that's really based more on card catalog displays, and so you'll often see records with as many as 10 subject headings, like this one. So these are just a few things to keep in mind about subject headings. We'll talk about them in more detail in week 5 when we talk about subject analysis, but I just wanted to point them out briefly at this point.